Picture this. The debt to GDP ratio of the government is more than 80%. 57% of the total income generated by the government is used for payment of interest on the loans taken in the past. Inflation rate is more than 30%. Food inflation is also very high. And the forex reserves have depleted to such an extent that the import cover is just sufficient to take care of imports to the extent of 4 to 6 weeks. In a nutshell, the whole economy is in crisis. This is exactly what you'll find when you search, when you read about the economy of Pakistan currently. And whenever any economy faces such a situation, the government approaches IMF, takes a loan from IMF, which has been done by government of Pakistan now. And they will also take various measures in order to address the issue of inflation that is affecting the common man. And this is exactly what the government of Pakistan is trying to do now by initiating, by reviving the trade with India. Welcome to Unacademy, a one-stop destination for all the English medium civil service aspirants. Welcome to another session of Economy Explained. Very recently, Foreign Minister of Pakistan government in one of the press conferences has stated that the government is seriously considering reviving the trade negotiations, trade relations with India after holding consultations with all the stakeholders. And this has generated a lot of discussion regarding should government of India accept this? Should government of India go for a trade relations or improving the trade relations between India and Pakistan? But before we start the discussion, a very important announcement. Starting March 30th, we'll be launching one more online classroom program for English medium civil service aspirants. The classes will be taken by Sarmad Sir, Abhishek Sir, myself, Mukesh Sir, the International Relations by Chetan Sir, and Himabindu Ma'am. If you're interested, please click on the link provided in the description below. And if you want a phone number, there is a phone number provided here. Give a call to this. Now let's start the discussion. Even before I tell you anything related to the topic at hand, a very important point. Government of India in the past has always put its security concerns against Pakistan at the forefront. And even now, the External Affairs Minister, very recent in a press conference, basically stated the same thing. As long as Pakistan will not address, that is the government of Pakistan will not address the security concerns, security issues raised by Indian government, no other talks are going to happen. For us, security issues is a priority, rest of the things are secondary. With that caveat, let's start the discussion. Let's go back in history. Back in the year 1996, why is this year important? In the year 1996, Government of India provided the MFN status, Most Favoured Nation status to Pakistan. What does it mean? Whenever a country is provided an MFN status, either under GATT or under GATS, the imports of this country or the trade relations with these countries will be on par with other trading partners that India will have. In a nutshell, India will treat the country in the same way in terms of trade, of course, as they treat any other member country with whom they have trade relations. That is basically the idea for Most Favoured Nation status. And in the year 2011, the government of Pakistan announced that they would be providing MFN status to India. Was it done? Although they announced, they did not go ahead with that allocation of the status. And fast forward now to the year 2019. In the month of February 2019, there was a terrorist attack, Pulwama attack. And following this terrorist attack, Government of India took two very important decisions. The first one was that the government announced that the MFN status that has been provided to Pakistan will be withdrawn. the MFN status will be withdrawn. And once you withdraw the MFN status, what is the impact of it? You can simply target the imports coming from these countries now. And as a result of this, the government of India announced that any import that will come from Pakistan into India now will be imposed with a tax rate, a tariff rate or customs of 200%. So these were the two very important decisions that were taken by the government of India after the Pulwama attack in 2019. And after this, government of India went ahead with its policy making. It basically withdrew the special status that was given to Jammu and Kashmir. It also abrogated Article 370, and the government of Pakistan looked at this and said, in such a situation, we are pained and we will not be conducting any trade with India. And remember this, even today government of India says the trade that was being conducted between India and Pakistan, that trade was stopped by the government of Pakistan. Government of India did not stop the trade. We merely withdrew the MFN status and we imposed with a tariff. That is our right. But the government of Pakistan announced that they do not want to have any kind of a trade with India. But having said so, please understand the next point as well. With the announcement by the government of Pakistan, did they stop importing anything from India? This announcement, did it lead to complete stoppage of trade between India and Pakistan? Has India continued to export anything into Pakistan? The government of India says yes. Even after the announcement of this decision by the government of Pakistan, India has exported goods to Pakistan. How so? In the aftermath of pandemic or during pandemic, there was a crisis in the economy of Pakistan. There's a shortage of various goods and services. The agriculture production in the economy was also affected. So various pharmaceutical products, various agriculture commodities, etc. have been exported from India into Pakistan. But unlike earlier situation where the trade used to happen through the border, Atari-Wagah border, now this is not happening through border. It is in fact happening through UAE, United Arab Emirates. The exports from India are going to UAE, and from UAE, the exports are being routed into Pakistan. And various industrialists, businessmen from Pakistan are against this route. They do not like this route. Reason being, the cost of transportation is higher. The time taken for transportation is higher. How so? Let me give a very simple example. Some time ago, the production of cotton in Pakistan took a hit. And the government of Pakistan reversed its earlier order and started importing cotton from India. But the issue was cost of transportation. Before the announcement was done by the government of Pakistan to stop the trade with India, the import of cotton or other commodities used to happen through a railway route as well as the bus route. Samjhauta Express, Dosti bus, etc. Now the cost of transportation of commodities or raw materials such as cotton earlier was around 150 rupees to 200 rupees per kg. Now because the products are getting routed through United Arab Emirates now, the cost of transportation went beyond 2000 rupees per kg. So various businessmen, the owners of the companies, approached the government. And this was mentioned by the finance minister. These industrialists have approached the government, they have requested the government so that they can restart the trade negotiations, revive the old trade that they used to conduct with India. So this is the background to the announcement of foreign minister, which was done very, very recently. Now, some of you will be asking this question, sure, sir, should government of India accept this? Should government of India go ahead and revive the trade with Pakistan? There will be arguments in favor of it, there will be arguments against this idea. But in favor of this, what are the arguments? Should government of India accept and revive the trade? The advantage that government of India will have in this situation is, one, Now they can use this, the emergency or the economic crisis in Pakistan, they can use this and force the government to take certain measures in order to address the security concerns which have been raised by Government of India. And as far as I'm concerned, the Government of India will put the security issues in the forefront, force Pakistan or push Pakistan into taking certain measures. Point number 2, this will also help Indian exporters or India's exports to get access to Central Asian markets. If we have a trade relations with Pakistan, of course, not discounting the first, that is security issue. Without giving anything in the security issue, if we are satisfied with this, then in terms of trade, this will also give us a leeway to tap into the Central Asian markets. Third, when the announcement was done by the government of Pakistan back in the year 2019 to stop the trade altogether with India, many families which are there, which are basically conducting trade with the other side, but on the Indian side, that is basically the households in the Amritsar area, more than 9,000 households were affected by this unilateral decision of the government of Pakistan. If the trade is revived again, various experts say that the bilateral trade can be estimated to be around $25 billion. Some of the experts peg it at around 25 billion. Some experts peg it at around 30 plus billion. Whatever the number is. But definitely yes, the exporters from India can get the benefit of this kind of a trade revival. So these are certain very important points that you need to consider whenever you talk about the trade between India as well as Pakistan. Now in terms of value, how much was the trade? Back in the year 2008 and 9, the value of bilateral trade was somewhere around $300,000, $3 lakh. And by 2018 and 19, before the decision was announced by the government of Pakistan to stop the trade altogether, the value of the trade was somewhere in the range of $1.2 billion. So these are certain very important points that I wanted to discuss with you people regarding the very recent statement given by the Pakistani foreign minister regarding revival of trade with India. That's it from my side. If you like these initiatives, please hit the like button, provide your valuable comments in the section below, and if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do it now. Thank you. Have a great day.